Ever seen a thief completely blow it? These guys try to pull off a heist and fail miserably, all caught on CCTV. It's a perfect example of what not to do if you're planning a robbery. Number 1. Bike heist blunder. This would-be thief had the bright idea of stealing a bike attached to a moving car. As the car stops, he hops off his own bike and starts fiddling with the lock, thinking he's got all the time in the world. But then, the light turns green and the car starts moving. Panicked, he ditches his bike and runs alongside, still trying to unlock the other bike. Realizing his epic fail, he gives up. Congratulations, you've managed to lose your bike and your dignity all in one go. Number 2. Shutter struggle. These 3 clueless thieves stumble upon a shop's shutter and decide it's the perfect target. Too bad they have no idea what they're doing. It's like watching a slapstick comedy as they struggle to open the shutter, looking more like they're auditioning for world's worst criminals than pulling off a heist. After what seems like an eternity of confusion, they give up and shuffle off, empty-handed and embarrassed. Number 3. Scatter like cats. A group of guys is chilling, enjoying their day, when 2 sketchy bike dudes roll by, sizing them up. No big deal, right? They ride off, but then come back with a 3rd guy. Panic sets in as the group realizes they're about to be robbed and scatters like startled cats in every direction. The robbers are left confused, unsure of who to chase. It's a hilarious reminder that when danger comes, it's every man for himself. Number 4. Bus driver revenge. These idiots hijack a car, and just as their buddies are about to hop in, a bus driver comes out of nowhere and smacks into them. The partners are left running for their lives, while the carjackers run off in the car. He chases the car, forcing them to flee without their buddies. When they circle back to rescue their stranded partners, the bus driver's right there, ready for round 2. He's not letting these guys catch a break. Number 5. ATM tug of war. These 2 criminals attempt to steal an ATM by tying it to their car. The driver revs up, expecting to yank it free, but the rope just tangles, and the ATM stays put. They give it another go, shattering glass and making a mess. But the machine doesn't budge. It's like watching someone try to pull a boulder with a shoelace. After a few minutes, they leave empty-handed. Number 6. Dome disaster. This guy thinks he's outsmarting security by holding a dome-shaped object in front of his face while approaching a shop. He's convinced the camera can't see him, but spoiler alert, it totally can. He realizes this and tries adjusting the object, giving the CCTV a perfect view of his face. Then, he awkwardly tries to cover the camera, but ends up just standing there, unable to do anything else. Number 7. Biker versus thief. When justice involves no brakes and a lot of guts. This guy on a bike sees a thief snatch a bag from a lady's car. No hesitation, he rams his bike straight into the thief. The shocked robber runs, but our hero isn't done. He chases him down, and the thief panics, tossing the bag and running for his life. Talk about taking hit and run to a whole new level. Number 8. Robber versus green flags. So, there's a group of people rocking green outfits, just vibing, when out of nowhere, a guy on a bike swoops in and snatches a phone like it's a drive-through order. One guy thinks about throwing his bag at him like a ninja, but before he can, a car pulls a hero move and smashes into the bike. Now the thief's on foot, sprinting for his life, with the green crew hot on his tail. Number 9. Granny fights. So, our granny's just chilling, scrolling through her phone when these wannabe bad boys roll up on a bike. One dude thinks, easy target, right? Wrong. Granny grabs his helmet like it's a toy and starts whacking him with it. Suddenly, she's sprinting like she's in her 20s. The robbers panic, ditch their helmets, and zoom off, leaving Granny with a victory and a free helmet upgrade. Number 10. Thief Fail Parade. This guy confronts two wannabe thieves who stole someone's bike. They're all us, steal, never. But the second they figure out how to start it, they crash straight into a parked car. One genius breaks his thumb and the other ditches him. Now, the injured one's whining for an ambulance. Seriously, dude, maybe try not stealing next time if you don't want instant karma. Number 11. Backpack Thief Takedown. Rule number 1. Never mess with someone who's got a passport in their bag. So, Claudia Callejas is just minding her own business at Uncle Bean's Coffee, working on her laptop. Suddenly, two women decide they need her backpack more than she does and snatch it. Big mistake. Claudia takes off like a track star, catches up to them, and boom, she tackles one right in the middle of the street. Number 12. Robber gets robbed. So, this genius tries to swipe a woman's bag and thinks he's got it in the bag, literally. But she's not having it. She snatches it back and chucks it like she's training for the NFL. While he scrambles to get it, she hops on his bike and pieces out. Dude went from thief to pedestrian in 2 seconds flat. Number 13. No transport for loot. These robbers managed to nab a giant machine, probably their dream score. But here's the catch. No plan to transport it. They stuff it in the back of their car, and it's barely holding on. As they drive, it predictably tumbles right out onto the road. Instead of a grand getaway, they leave the loot behind and run. Number 14. Bag Thief Payback. They thought they were gonna rob and run. Well, they got the run part right. So, two burglars swipe a lady's bag and sprint off, thinking they're in the clear. But surprise, she floors it, chasing them down like it's a Fast and Furious audition. One guy bails from the getaway car, only to get introduced to her front bumper. Guess next time, they'll think twice before messing with a lady. Number 15. Carjacker's worst day. 3 guys roll up in a white car, clearly up to no good. 2 sneak into a parking structure, while the third plays lookout. Moments later, they bolt out, looking like their grand plan flopped. Then, they try to carjack another vehicle, but the driver paces out fast. Just when it can't get worse, the car they tried to steal slams into their ride twice. Revenge served hot. What a disaster of a heist. Number 16. Windy Karma. These 2 bandits thought they'd hit the jackpot after robbing a travel agency in Greater Manchester. They're strutting out with pockets full of cash when boom, a gust of wind scatters their stolen loot like confetti. Imagine the shock on their faces as they scramble to catch flying cash while pedestrians look on in confusion. It's the universe's way of saying, "Not today, boys." Number 17. Lady outsmarts thief. So, this lady's heading home, and suddenly, bam! 2 guys on a bike roll up. The one in the back jumps off and starts sprinting toward her like it's the Olympics. Does she panic? Nope. She chucks all her stuff over the gate like a pro quarterback, and the door's already locked. The dude sees he's got nothing to grab and bails. Talk about thinking on your feet. Number 18. Robber gets schooled. Ever seen a group of robbers who clearly missed the memo on don't rob the wrong store? 4 guys casually stroll in, acting like they're just browsing, while the staff are eyeing them like hawks. One thief finally grabs a weapon, and all hell breaks loose. The staff jumps into action, swatting away another guy's weapon and chasing them out. The getaway plan ruined. The thief with the stolen guns faces an armed employee and the whole store squad. One even tries the hands up I'm innocent move, but nope. The cops roll in and shut the whole clown show down. Number 19. On the go. So, these robbers roll up in their car, spot a van, and think, why not? They get out and start stealing stuff while their buddy waits in the car like an Uber driver. They finish their little shopping spree, hop back in, and speed off like they've just won a game show. Number 20. Epic robbery fail. Two guys in London gear up for what they think is the heist of the century. Bandanas, gloves, the whole deal, completely unaware they're starring in their own CCTV show. They try to rob a guy for his flashy car, but he bolts to call the cops. Panicking, these wannabe robbers take off faster than they ever have before. Number 21. Heist gone wrong. These guys hop out, guns waving, force the guard to open the truck and grab cash like it's a free buffet. Meanwhile, the security cameras are getting their good side because nothing says mastermind like committing a crime on camera. They jump back in the car and speed off, probably feeling like kings. But surprise, the FBI's already on their case. Number 22. Carjacking fail. These carjackers think they've got it all planned out, following a car into a house. Just as they get out to grab it, the owner reverses like a pro and zooms out the door, leaving them standing there, totally clueless. Now, they're just awkwardly looking at each other. Number 23. Sneaky guy versus alarm. Here's our guy, thinking he's some master thief. He sneaks in, probably planning his big heist. Then boom, the alarm screams louder than his regrets, and he's out of there. Number 24. ATM smashing fail. These guys think they've got the perfect plan. Steal an ATM with a stolen Jeep. They hook the gas station doors to their Jeep and yank them right off. Then one dude drags the ATM out while the other smashes it with the Jeep, hoping cash will magically rain down. Spoiler alert, it doesn't. After a few minutes of absolute chaos, they realize they can't crack it and speed off, abandoning the Jeep in the woods. Number 25. Rope fiasco. This thief thought he'd quickly haul away an ATM with a rope and a car. First, he smashes the store's door like a pro, but things go downhill fast. The rope snaps, leaving half inside and half outside. He tries to fix it, but it's a lost cause. The rope's too short and weak. After a sad struggle, he gives up and leaves empty-handed, probably wishing he'd picked a stronger rope and a better plan. Number 26. Pant versus thief. This guy tries to steal some beer from a Polk County store, but his sagging pants are not having it. As he runs to the car, his pants fall down, and he ends up losing both his beer and his dignity. The beer explodes everywhere, turning the parking lot into a sticky mess. And the guy, he's still out there, probably looking for a belt and some self-respect. Number 27. Smooth criminal or not. This guy tries to snatch a phone from a woman's pocket, but he panics as soon as he spots the CCTV camera. He drops the phone, pretending he's just being a good Samaritan. The woman actually buys it and thanks him. Talk about a thief with an exit strategy. Number 28. Bag heist. So, here's a woman casually walking when some wannabe thief on a bike decides to flash a knife and snatch her bag. He then runs off in a different direction. What a noob. But our lady got a bit confused, but did something unexpected. She spots his bike sitting there. Instead of freaking out, she hops on it and rides off. Number 30. Carjacker fail. 3 guys pull up in a white car, clearly up to no good. They head to a parked car, thinking they've got an easy target. Nope. The driver inside floors it, reverses like he's in an action movie, and smashes right into their getaway car. Shocked, the wannabe thieves scramble back to their ride and speed off. Next time, guys, Pick a victim who doesn't treat carjackers like bumper cars. Number 31. Belt heroin. Who needs a weapon when you've got a belt and no patience for nonsense? So, these wannabe tough guys decide to rob a lady's house, strolling in one by one like it's a social visit. But surprise, she doesn't even flinch. She just takes out her belt and starts beating their asses. Suddenly, these big bad robbers are sprinting out faster than they came in. Number 32. Phone rescue. Just another chill day until bam. Two guys on a motorbike swoop in and snatch a phone from an unsuspecting dude. But this guy isn't about to let that slide. He springs into action like he's auditioning for a blockbuster. He chases after the thieves and grabs the guy on the back, but just as the drama unfolds, a car comes flying in and crashes into the bike. The thieves go flying, while our hero bounces right back up, ready to throw down. A crowd gathers to help. Number 33, rock hits back. This brilliant thief chucks a huge rock at a car window, fully expecting to break in. But nope, the rock bounces back and nails him right in the face. Number 34, crate steal, fail. Our thief has speed, but zero brain cells. So, this genius comes sprinting out of a mart with a massive crate, dumps it in the back of his car, and jumps in, ready for his big escape. The clerk, running after him, casually grabs the crate out of the car and heads back inside like it's no big deal. All that hustle just to leave the goods behind. Number 35, the great escape. Nah! This guy thinks he's in an action movie, trying to escape the cops in his car. But he ends up skidding to a stop at a traffic light with the cops right behind him. Realizing his car chase dreams are over, he runs on foot, hoping to outrun the police. Number 36, snatcher versus driver. Check out this crazy CCTV footage. It starts off super calm, with a woman just walking down an empty road. Suddenly, a guy on a bike jumps off and snatches her bag. She fights back, but he takes off with it. Just when you think he's home free, a white car comes flying in and slams into his bike. But the driver isn't done yet. He reverses and hits the bike again and again. The thief, totally confused, finally runs off without the bag. Meanwhile, our hero driver chases him in reverse, like it's some kind of game. Number 37, stuck and snoozing. This guy tries to break into a store, but his genius plan backfires. His foot gets stuck in the door. Realizing he's trapped, he flails around like a fish out of water, but nothing works. Eventually, he just lies down and falls asleep on the road, accepting his fate. By morning, people were standing around, probably wondering how this guy had gone from criminal mastermind to sleeping beauty in one night. Number 38, side mirror, smackdown. Two guys on a bike think they're about to score a car's side mirror, but the owner's got other plans. He spots them on CCTV, sprints out like Usain Bolt, and tackles their bike over. Then, with backup, he gives these wannabe thieves a beatdown they'll never forget. Their quick heist turns into a not-so-fun wrestling match, and they end up running off with nothing but bruised egos. Number 39, phone snatcher. Two guys are chilling on a bench, glued to their phones, when suddenly, two bike-riding thieves swoop in like they're on a heist mission. They snatch the phones and zoom off, thinking they're the next criminal masterminds. But wait, enter the hero standing by a goat who shoves the thieves off their bike like it's an action movie. The robbed guys spring into action, chasing after the thieves, who panic and start shooting. But one guy grabs a rock and faces them down like a champ. Number 40, pickpocket fail. This pickpocket tries to be sneaky, but he panics like a deer in headlights when he spots the CCTV camera. He drops the stolen cash, pretending he's just helping out, and even tells the guy, "Hey, your money's on the ground." The woman actually believes him and thanks him while the camera captures the whole act. Nice try, but you're not fooling anyone. Number 41. Double car theft. So, this lady gets busted for driving a stolen car. Classic. But then, while the cops are busy outside, she decides, why not steal another one? So, she hops into the police car and drives off. Yeah, she really did that. Now the cops are chasing their own car down the road. They finally catch her at an apartment complex, and she's acting as if nothing happened. I guess she wanted to add stealing from the police to her resume. That's one way to double down on bad decisions. Number 42. Porch pirate pursuit. This guy snags a package and tries to make a run for it, but a neighbor spots him and jumps in a car for the slowest chase ever. It's like watching a comedy skit as the thief runs and the car creeps behind him in reverse. Eventually, the thief gives up and ditches the package, probably wishing he'd picked a quieter street for his big heist. It's not exactly a high-speed chase, but definitely an entertaining one. Number 43. Wallet woes. A thief snatches a wallet but freaks out when he sees the CCTV camera. Instead of running, he tries to apologize to the camera, drops the wallet on the floor, and then taps the victim, pretending he's just found it. Nice try, dude, but you're not fooling anyone. The camera caught it all, and your sorry performance won't get you out of trouble. Number 44. Criminal with confidence. Ever thought of robbing someone without a mask on a busy street? These guys did. So, we're watching this van, right? Our not-so-sneaky thieves roll up and try to steal from this dude while everyone's just there. People start noticing women running and folks jumping out of cars, and these geniuses, they casually stroll away like nothing happened. Number 45. Bag heist backfire. This thief thinks he's pulling off the perfect package heist, but his plan goes south fast. He covers a porch package with a bag and tries to walk off, but a good Samaritan jumps in and stops him. The would-be thief ends up getting a beatdown he didn't see coming and leaves the scene bruised and humiliated. It's a solid reminder that sometimes karma doesn't just catch up to you, and that's a wrap. If you're ever thinking about a life of crime, just remember this video and maybe pick a different career path. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Stay safe, stay smart, and see you in the next one.